With a star bidding farewell to a promotion and more, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. During an interview on Boom Rookies, Grayson Waller recalled a funny interaction with Bobby Lashley, saying, "I had been on a pretty long tour. I was doing some next in line stuff, going to different colleges. I was away for about 12 days. I finally got to SmackDown. This was my last day, and for anyone who hasn't seen it, catering in WWE is pretty nice. There is lots of nice food. We're obviously athletes. They had grilled chicken and everything, but they had a chocolate cake this day. It looked delicious. I was like, my reward for these 12 days is I'm going to have this chocolate cake. I had my match and I came back to catering and no one was really around. I was like, I can sneak this cake and no one will judge me. I put the knife into the cake and in walks Bobby Lashley. This man is a physical specimen. Huge human being, jacked to the gills. Me and Bobby hadn't spoken much and he walked in and looked at the cake for like a good 15 seconds, an awkward amount of time. Then this breaks my heart. He looked up at me and said, "Are you really going to have that?" I kind of went, "I had a tour." He just walked away. I threw the cake in the bin. I haven't gone for dessert at catering since. When I looked in his eyes, it looked like judgment. It looked like full judgment. As Charlotte Flair suffered an ACL injury and needed surgery, she is already back to working out. Now Ric Flair is giving an update on his daughter, telling Busted Open Radio, I was speaking with Dr. Dugan, he's been there 30 years. He said Ashley is one of the top 3 athletes that they have ever done surgery on. Think about that. We're talking Bo Jackson. We're talking, I can go down the list of people. The Tommy Johns. He said we consider her one of the top 3 athletes, not wrestlers, to ever come through the doors. Her recovery, she's crushing it. She's actually going to come back faster than they will ever recommend. That's unbelievable. I thought that might be one of the biggest compliments. It's unfortunate that it had to come from a doctor in a hospital, but I keep telling people, man, she's a different kind of cat. Following SmackDown in Atlanta, Cody Rhodes decided to make his intentions to main event WrestleMania 40 known.
Lesnar, I've done a few silly things, but all of them were in the efforts to give the city, the town, the community that raised me something to remember. And when you're home, you share things that only you would share at home. Here's one. There is only one thing that makes me tired of coming home. The only thing that makes me tired when coming home is coming home empty-handed. I think we need to change that. And I am not immune to all the news, everything that's happening, what will happen, what won't happen. All I can tell you is this. I'm the right man for the job. I'm the best man for the job. I'm heading to the Royal Rumble. I'm going to go back to back. And I'm going to bring a championship back home to Atlanta.
And in true Cody Rhodes fashion, he would also give away the WWE cover on a microphone to a young fan.
I have this habit, this corner right here, this is the moment they're dreading. I have this habit of giving stuff away at shows. So I'm a Raw superstar. I don't need this. Does anybody want this SmackDown mic flag? Here's the issue, right? I can only give it to the loudest person in here. Who wants this thing? Over here. This is a good sign. I see that sign. Maybe over here. Oh man, this is a mess. This is a mess. We got a situation here. Mike, we got a situation. Listen, I'm what we call a babyface, right? I need you to tell me who won this thing. Guys, we're gonna let Mike make the decision. So one more time, who wants this Mike flag? Yeah. All right. Guys, I wish that I could give everybody this mic flag, but it is your birthday. 12 years old? You're not lying, it's your birthday, right? What's your name? Darren? Jared? Garrett? Jerry? Well, this mic flag is yours, my friend. Guys, it's my pleasure, my privilege to be out here tonight. Thank you all very, very much. I love coming home. I appreciate it. You guys drive safe. See you next time. Love you all very much. Take care.
Regarding the rumors of Mercedes Mone being AEW bound, Ricky Starks noted this on Gabby AF. I keep hearing that Mercedes Mone could be coming to AEW, and you know what? I ain't seen her backstage, so I don't know. I would rather tag with her than have a match with her. No, she couldn't beat me. She can't beat me. No one can beat me. With there having been reports and speculation that Trinity Fatu is set to make a WWE comeback, she has now seemingly bid farewell to TNA Wrestling.
I'm gonna say real quick, coming to TNA has been life-changing for me, both inside and outside the ring. I feel honored to work with such a strong division, an incredible group of women. And wow, what a champion we have here. I want y'all to think of me. TNA. Thank you for coming out. We love you.
In some unfortunate news, independent pro wrestler Francisco Ciatso passed away. As Ringside News wrote, the world of professional wrestling is truly a double-edged sword, and wrestlers can pass away for a lot of reasons. Francisco Ciatso, a fixture in the Florida independent wrestling scene since the late 1990s, has sadly passed away this morning. He was only 48 years old. Originally from NYC, Frankie Ciatso trained under Adrian Street and spent time at the WCW power plant. He had a prolific career working for numerous promotions in Florida, including IPW, FIP, Ring Warriors, D1PW, ACW, World Wrestling Network, AIWF, NWA Florida, FUW, Vintage Wrestling, and Coastal Championship Wrestling. He also worked in Georgia for promotions like Lariato Pro Wrestling. As Frankie Capone, he played a significant role in IPW, feuding with Jeff Peterson and working with notable names. Capone, along with Marcus Dillon as Double Deuce Inc., held the NWA Florida Tag Team Championship. He appeared on NWA TNA TV, Wrestling Abyss, Chris Daniels, Jeff Jarrett, and others. Transitioning to WWE Developmental, he appeared on Deep South Wrestling's TV program, and occasionally on WWE TV for enhancement work. In recent years, he remained active in Florida and Georgia, shocking the local wrestling communities with his sudden passing. According to PW Insider, Ciatso was scheduled for a WWN Proving Ground show, but called out due to not feeling well and is believed to have passed away in his sleep overnight. Ciatso's career was featured in the 2019 documentary Journeyman, which won Best Documentary at the Los Angeles Film Awards that year. Offering NBA star Draymond Green a spot in her Damage CTRL faction in WWE, Bayley told Gabby AF his ruthlessness. "We like to break rules, but we get away with it. We have to teach him how to break rules and get away with it, or choke someone out and get away with it. I think there is always a place for someone like him, an athlete like him, with such a big personality in the WWE. If we could get him in Damage CTRL, then the world needs to watch out because we're going to put a title on that bad boy too." A pro wrestling company will apparently not allow women's matches to take place, as wrestlers and entertainers wrote. In a surprising move that has raised eyebrows across the wrestling community, a Florida promoter has announced the launch of a new wrestling promotion named All Men's Pro. While the world of professional wrestling has made strides in recent years towards inclusivity and diversity, this new venture seems to be taking a step in the opposite direction by being entirely male-centric. The wrestling industry has been evolving, embracing change, and promoting inclusivity with the rise of women's wrestling, intergender matches, and a commitment to showcasing talent irrespective of gender. Organizations like WWE, AEW, and others have been at the forefront of this positive shift, providing platforms for both male and female athletes to showcase their skills on an equal playing field. Wrestling, like any other form of entertainment, should reflect the diversity of its audience and the world we live in. However, regional promoter known in the industry as Florida Joe states this promotion is not looking to make a statement on gender politics, but as he says, provide something for the fellas. When asked if ignoring the trend of showcasing athletes of different genders may lead to the promotion finding itself out of touch with the evolving tastes of wrestling fans, Florida Joe states that while the company will feature exclusively male wrestlers, there will be some femme presence on the show. We do plan on having women involved. We're bringing back the concept of Nitro Girls, where scantily clad women will dance in between matches to entertain all the dudes in the crowd. We will also have the winner of the 1995 Wet Willie's Wet T-shirt contest, Dora Ray, ringside during our 50-50 raffle. In an era where fans are clamoring for diverse representation and unique storytelling, the timing of such a venture is questionable at best. A lot of people have thrown shade at us for booking only men. They don't even know that our original booker was in fact a woman. Unfortunately, she had to step down because many of the guys did not feel comfortable being told what to do by a lady. Florida Joe on booking AMP. In conclusion, while the wrestling world has witnessed positive changes toward inclusivity, the launch of All Men's Pro appears to be a step in a questionable direction. As of this writing, there's no word on the debut of All Men's Pro's first show, Boys Only, other than it's slated to take place in 2024. It remains to be seen whether this new venture will find success or face backlash for its exclusionary approach in an era that celebrates diversity in all forms. Revealing how he feels regarding his brother Cody Rhodes leaving AEW, Dustin Rhodes told Denise Salcedo, "Yeah, kind of. I love my brother, but he has to do what he needs to do. He has a story that he's had in his mind that he has to finish. We've all heard it every single week. Finish the story. I tell him that all the time. I hope he does. I think he's probably slated for it this year, at least I'm hoping. He doesn't know yet. We're just playing it by ear. He's working hard. He's trying his hardest to be the face of that company. It would be nice to get a payoff. The one Rhodes in the family that actually pulls it off, it's pretty cool. I'm behind him 110%, very happy for him. I love him to death. He's earned it. He deserves it. Deserving has nothing to do with things, but I really do believe he deserves it. But more so, has earned it. He's a great businessman. He has a good mind for creating, kind of like my dad did. I'm the worker of the family. Dad was the creator, and I think Cody is a little bit of both. It's incredible. I'm not the creative type. I can't be a booker. It's not me. I won't do that. That will tear my soul apart. As Brock Lesnar previously said on the Wrestling Outlaws that Brock Lesnar refused to work with Jinder Mahal and several others, the Bollywood boys have responded to this notion, with Sunil Singh telling Steve Fall of WrestlingNews.co, "I remember we were in Europe and we learned it was supposed to be Jinder versus AJ. We didn't ask that question. Just show up, do your thing, and see what happens. It was never, oh my god, why? What's the storyline? No, we showed up and did our thing, simple as that. To hit a deeper, we were representing India, where our parents come from and our background. For us, we were just happy there were so many kids at home in India and all over the country just looking up to the three of us. These guys are giving us hope that we can all make it. First time we've heard about it. We had 2 weeks of Europe to do after that and then go to South America. First time we're hearing about that." Mentioning a new milestone for Roman Reigns during his current title run, WrestleOps wrote that at 1,238 days, Roman Reigns has now surpassed Bruno Sammartino's second longest reign to now hold the fourth longest World Championship reign in WWE history. In order to reach third and surpass Hulk Hogan's reign of 1,474 days, Reigns will need to hold it till mid-September 2024. With her no longer with the NWA, Kamille could be signed to a major promotion, as Ringside News wrote. Kamille, a highly sought-after free agent in professional wrestling, has attracted interest from WWE in recent weeks. Reports from PW Insider and House of Wrestling confirmed WWE's interest in the former NWA Women's World Champion. While Kamille was backstage at AEW Dynamite on January 17th, it's important to note that she was primarily there to visit friends, as she is local to the area. However, during her time at the event, she had discussions with several influential individuals. As of January 19th, Kamille had not signed with any wrestling promotion according to Fightful Select. She previously had a 6-month option with NWA that would have extended into the first half of the year, but she decided not to exercise that option. Kamille's future in the wrestling world remains uncertain, and fans and promotions are eagerly awaiting her decision. Talking about Pete Dunne, formerly known as Butch, ex-WWE star Mansoor told Muscle Man Malcolm, "Dude, Vince McMahon wanted Butch to be a guy that never wrestles. Vince wanted Butch, Pete Dunne, to be a scrappy little guy who just attacks people, but he never wanted Butch to actually wrestle a match." Speaking of Dunne, he recently got his name back on WWE programming as he broke his silence on the matter, writing, "Pete Dunne is not dead. Bruiserweight." After his title loss, it looks as though Tama Tonga is leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling, as Walker Stewart wrote on X, "Thank you for giving me a chance to know you. I love you." Tama Tonga following his never openweight championship match. Extremely emotional moment and hard to process. Great showing from Tama Tonga. When it comes to the latest on Seth Rollins and his injury, Ringside News wrote, "Reports suggest that Rollins has indeed suffered a legitimate injury which could have implications for his WrestleMania plans. Sources indicate that Rollins may have sustained a torn MCL and partially torn meniscus. However, it remains uncertain whether he will require surgery, with the hope being that he can avoid it. While Rollins is expected to be sidelined for at least a few weeks, there is a possibility that he could recover in time for WrestleMania if surgery is not deemed necessary. Despite the injury, the plan for WrestleMania 40 reportedly still includes a match between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer mentioned that as of Friday, Rollins and CM Punk are still scheduled for WrestleMania. However, he noted that this plan could change as it's currently uncertain. WWE has officially acknowledged concerns about Seth Rollins' condition, and an announcement regarding his next appearance on WWE Raw has been made. Rollins is set to open Monday Night Raw to address his future as the World Heavyweight Champion. PW Insider added that Rollins could return from a torn meniscus if surgery is required in 3 to 4 weeks if he was able to push it, but 4 to 6 weeks is usually a more likely recovery. Rollins should be good to perform at WrestleMania this April, but other major events before that could be questionable. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.